Hi there, my name is Robert SK, welcoming you again to this video. This video is going to be about color adjustment in Adobe Photoshop. I'm going to take you through how to adjust and balance colors using Adobe Photoshop. First of all, in order to adjust colors, you need to work with a few items, a few tools like the Vibrance, the Hue Saturation, then the color balance, then you have the photo filter, and maybe the selective color in some few cases, and you're good to go. So without wasting a lot of time, we shall get started. When you look at my image here, there is something that I need to correct. First of all, when I look at it, I think my white balance went slightly off a little bit, so I'll need to use color balance for that. I prefer using adjustment layers when I'm working with colors because they give me precision, and secondly you'll be able to work with layer masks when you're working with the adjustment layers, and you have an option of adjusting opacity of the layer. So with that we shall go to the color balance like that. When I look at my image, I think it is a little bit warm in temperature, so I need to cool it down to look for cool colors. I'll have cyan and blue for the cool colors in my color balance. And if I show you the before and the after, you see that we already have a big change in the image, and that is that. So when you look at your whites, are also perfectly white. That is one thing that will show you that you have a perfect white balance when you're working with colors. So going further, I think I'll need to amplify my skin color a little bit. The fact that I've balanced the whole temperature of the image, but now I need to have a little bit of vibrance in my skin color. So I can go to the vibrance here. I'll add a vibrance adjustment layer, and I'll be able to adjust that from here, from the properties panel here. So if I take it up a little bit, you see that there is a little bit of a change in my skin tone. So if I show you the before and the after, we had this and now we have that. So I think that is what we needed for this image. Maybe if you're to work with light, you can work with your contrast a little bit, brightness contrast for that. And you can also use the levels and curves to work with the color channels. For example, if I'm to work with the red channel here, I can decide to work with the red channel to balance my reds slightly. The green channel can also help me if I want to work with the greens and all that. This time you're working with light, but in a color channel now, in order to adjust the colors. So if I'm to reduce the blues, I think I'll be adding more white, more yellow. So I don't think I'll need to add too much of the blue and all that. So showing you the before and the after working with my levels, you see that I've slightly corrected that, and going back to where my image was and how it is right now, I think I'm having a little bit of more contrast. I'm having my whites also slightly precise. When you look at them, more pronounced. When I look at my whites, they're more pronounced, and the rest of the colors, and I think I'm good to go. So basically that is how you can work with the colors, with the vibrance, color balance. Maybe there is also hue saturation if you want to work to split the colors further a little bit, to add more saturation, for example in yellows, stuff like that, to reduce the lightness or to increase the lightness in that. But I don't think it was necessary for that image. Then we shall maybe have an example of an outdoor image. Let me just have one here for an outdoor image for us to see how to adjust the colors and all that in this image. First of all, you need to adjust the light. Now look at my image. I think I'll need to first work on the exposure. I don't need to take it overboard. Then the levels, because when I look at my blacks a little bit unpronounced and I need to work on that. Then my highlights, I can bring them down a little bit, so I have something like that. So working on the colors, when you look at it, it is a little bit warm. So you need to go to the color balance and work on that. So I can bring down my blues and my cyans a little bit, and you see that before and after, I think we are having better colors for that. And maybe to add more information in my greens, since I'm working in a green environment, I'll go to Hue Saturation and select the greens. Probably think they are falling under yellows this time round, and this is where I'll pronounce my yellows from. And the lightness will be, I'll reduce the lightness to have them a little bit solid and increase the saturation to have them visible. So showing you the before and the after, there is a slight change in our greens and all that. So if I take you to the where my image was imported, it was like that, and this is what I have. So I've tried to balance the color and the light a little bit. So after that, you go into retouching and you're good to go. I think I've slightly exploited how to adjust the colors in your image. Maybe you also have what you call a photo filter. A photo filter will give you different kinds of fills. If you need a cool filter, you look for one. If you need a warm filter, you can look for one from there. It is more of an automated kind of fill that helps you to work with the colors. If you want to adjust most of the temperature and all that. Yes, thank you very much for watching this video. I think it helped you. I helped you to understand how to adjust colors in Adobe Photoshop. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.